Kukkiwon. Hi, I'm Master Andrew Trento from Trento's Martial Arts and Fitness Center. In the last, I guess, year and a half, I started training in hypnosis. And a lot of people have an idea of what hypnosis is based on what they've seen in TV shows and movies and things like that. And the purpose of this video is to educate you exactly what hypnosis is and what it isn't. Before I explain hypnosis really, I think I should explain the mind. The mind and the brain are two different things. And your mind is split up into different parts. And there is the conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And to make this easier, think of an iceberg. You have the water, and then you see this much of the iceberg above the water. And that's your conscious mind. That's the part of your mind that you are most aware, you know what's going on, you make active conscious decisions and actions and choices. The other part of the iceberg is this big massive piece of ice, and that would be your subconscious mind. That's where you store information, memories, and that controls your automatic thinking. You don't even think about it, you just do it. Do you think about walking? No, you just subconsciously do it. Hypnosis is a great tool to program your subconscious mind to recondition yourself to making different choices that will affect your responses to people and events in your life, certain behaviors that you might have or habits that you have. The first time I went under myself, I think it was because I didn't want to eat junk food and cookies and things like that. And it worked. Not everyone can go under hypnosis, mostly because they don't think it's going to work, or they think they're afraid that they're going to give their deepest, darkest secrets. Just so you understand, you are most aware when you're under hypnosis. It's not mind control as a lot of people think it is. And I cannot make you do anything under hypnosis that you wouldn't do when you're consciously awake. One example that my mentors told me is that I wouldn't be able to tell a Muslim woman to take off her veil. She wouldn't do that if she was consciously awake. I cannot have you tell your deepest, darkest secret unless you really want it to on the inside. And you're most aware when you're under hypnosis. People think, I'm not going to remember what's going on. You know what's going on. You're not falling asleep. And a way to explain this with the hypnotic state, think of this C in my hand here. This is your consciousness when you are awake. And when you fall asleep, you're unconscious. That's right here. The hypnotic state is somewhere in between here. And the reason why you use hypnosis is to recondition that subconscious mind so you would have these new patterns in your life. When you want to change your body, your physical conditioning, you might do push-ups or squats, things like that, lift a few dumbbells maybe, and you'll see changes in your body because you're reconditioning your body. With the mind, hypnosis helps you, just like those push-ups, recondition the way you're thinking. And those thought processes affect your behavior. It affects the choices that you make, habits that you have. Some people go under to relieve themselves of stress, whether it's work-related or school-related, to how they respond to family members or their employers or coaches. Some people go under hypnosis for smoking cessation. They want to quit smoking. Or weight management. They want to have better eating habits. Maybe they want to think better of themselves or get over a past trauma that they've had in their life. There's a lot of different reasons people go under hypnosis. Like I said, not everyone could be hypnotized. I've had some people who went under hypnosis who really didn't go under, but they really felt relaxed. I always say, if you don't go under deep enough because you're not comfortable, you're afraid, or you're not unsure, you will at least feel like you've had 16 hours of sleep in a matter of minutes. And that's something that a lot of people have reported back to me. I'm stuck, Lisa.
Why do they say that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis? What does that mean?
Well, every day we are in our cars and we see advertisements, we hear things on the radio. And by hearing those things over and over and over again, that's conditioning the way you think about certain things, whether it's You know, there's always advertisements for things like Lipitor, and they tell you things about cholesterol, and then we start believing it. Or there might be something about how people act, or smoking, or whatever. And the more you hear those things, that repetition, you start to condition your mind, and then you'll act out of it. You know, when you're driving, and you start driving, and all of a sudden your mind goes elsewhere, and when you get to your destination, like, oh wow, I'm here already, you went in La La Land. Well, that sometimes we tap into that subconscious part of our mind, and we don't even realize it. And it's when you get into that hypnotic state that you could really condition what you're thinking. And it affects your behavior, the responses you have, just like I said before. A really big one that I see people going under hypnosis for is stress management. You can never eliminate stress, but you can reduce it. And one way of doing that is organization of your mind. I'm so scatterbrained, this and that. And you can never organize yourself unless you're relaxed. And hypnosis does help with that. You get nice and relaxed and calm. And when you do go under, hypnosis is a very boring process. It's supposed to be. But it lulls you, it's very relaxing and comforting. And then you get to this state where your subconscious mind is ready to hear anything. Whether it's to stop smoking, whether it's to eat healthier, have better feelings about money, having better organization skills, being able to change your features when you're working, when you're intense. I know a lot of college students who have like test anxiety and they don't know what to do, and they're just bad test takers, and all of a sudden they just have to recondition themselves that they are good test takers, that they can be calm and relaxed and make better choices. And it's helped. I've had a lot of clients myself who've come to me for these different things, and any age too. I've had teenagers and have grown adults who've gone under and had very good results. But the biggest thing is people are afraid to go under hypnosis because they don't know. It's always something to try. It's always something to give a whirl. Be open to it. And like anything else, the more you do it, the more comfortable you become. It's easier. The best people or candidates to go under hypnosis, people who are very disciplined, people who've been in the army, or people who are in the workplace, usually wearing uniforms, regimented. They take direction well. And there are suggestions. There's a script. And once you go under and you deep and you relax and you get into that state, then we start talking to your subconscious mind, which is the part where you really want to recondition. And we have the script. You still make a choice of whether you want to act on those conscious suggestions. And that's what they are. They're suggestions. I can suggest a movie to you, and whether you go to it or not is your choice. I can suggest a restaurant to go to, still your choice. So when we have suggestions in hypnosis, it might be that you're willing to not eat cookies and you'd rather eat apples or something like that. And whether you are consciously ready to do that, that's when you make those different choices. What other questions are there that people ask about hypnosis?
Well, how many sessions does it take for these suggestions to have an effect?
Depends on the person. I mean, every single person is different. But sometimes people who go under really easily, they really want this to work, sometimes it only takes one time. I've seen that. But some people need more repetition. I always say repetition is the mother of skill. I might have really successful results for myself one time. I'll still want to do it a few times just to make sure that that mind's conditioned. Because like we said earlier, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So, we can go through things in life and we keep doing the same patterns, the same things, and we convince ourselves of certain ways of thinking. We convince ourselves of certain actions being, however you want to define it. Eating is bad, smoking is good, tests are bad. These are all notions that we embrace, and we can change those thoughts. And most people want to change their behavior. They want to change their habits. If you were to come home and you have keys, and you just throw them wherever you want, most likely you'll always lose your keys. I'm talking from experience. But if you were to make a plan, and every day I put my keys on a hook, and I do that a second day, a third, and after 21 days, I don't have to think about it. I automatically do that. Subconsciously, I have a new pattern. I do that. In martial arts for so many years, repetition the mother of skill, sorry about that. And I teach all ages, you know, they do a certain punch or a kick, and the more they do it, the better they get. And that's anything. When you learn to ride a bike, when you were a little baby and you're learning how to walk, the more you do it, the easier it gets. And practice makes better. Hypnosis works the same way.
Thank you, Master Trento.
Thank you very much.